I think I need to really start making like a little notepad because this is literally like my fourth time making this video, and each time it was over 15 minutes. And the reason I keep starting over is because I really want you guys to understand what I'm going to tell you guys. I want it to be almost perfect. So I created a video the other day, which you can see at the very top of the screenshot. You can see the title, Russian players and rigged sites, online poker. So I had someone view it and leave a comment, which I am very grateful for. But I'm also grateful because this person shared their experience, they shared their feelings, they shared their thoughts, they shared a lot of things within this little comment. Again, I appreciate it. There was three things that really caught my attention, which I want to talk to you guys about because this will help current online players, future online players, and new online players. So this can help a lot of people. As you can see in my videos, I've been playing on America's Card Room for the last month and a half. Before then, I was on Bet Online. Scam Online and Bet Online is the same thing. I just call it Scam Online. So I've been there. So I finally had enough of ACR and their cheating, and I decided to just take a long break from them. So I go back over to their. I'm playing these little free rolls that they're having, and I experienced a previous in-house player. So at this point, I've just had enough because within a few days, out of two tournaments, the same player just kept beating me every time, no matter what. And it wasn't like I leave emotion out of it because I know I'm playing emotional, that's what's going to get you caught up. So it wasn't like I was playing emotional and just going after them like I got to beat him. No, I was legitimately getting hands and flops that I was way ahead and I was winning. It's just they would always runner. Just magically. And some of the times, a lot of times I did fold because I knew what was going to happen. But there's a few other times where I did call because I was like, I have so much. Like, at least one of these times I got a hit and I just couldn't. So I reach out to Bet Online, sorry. Bet Online. And I tell them, look, I give them the player's ID. I give them examples. I give them experiences of what's been going on. I even, talked a little mathematical with them. Tell them, this is mathematically impossible of what's going on. It's just amazing. Like, they wasn't just beating me. They were beating everybody, almost every hand. You can't just play every hand and win. That's mathematically impossible unless it's rigged or cheating. That's the only examples. That's the only way. So I contact them, and I want to show you the email that they sent me back because it hits home when this guy says they give us one option, quit playing poker, and that's literal. He didn't mean it that way. He meant it in the sense of these sites are scamming and cheating us and not fixing it, don't care to fix it. And even though it's in-house and others, they just don't care. So that's where he was going with that. But I shared with him an email that I received from them and it was within, I think it was the previous day. So when he stated that, I was like, oh my, it brought me back to that email. And I'm going to show you what that email says. So after I reported the player, I gave him all the information. BetOnline sends me this template bullshit email. It says, I hope this email finds you well. They always use that line. Please send us your query here. Number one, I already sent it to you. I sent you all the information. Why are you asking me? Look into it. That's what you should be doing, not bullshitting me. And then they further say here, or you can always permanently close your account if you are not happy with us. Again, literally one option. That's to quit. So that really hit home there. And the part of him talking about the money, being 50,000 down. Um, in this screenshot, going back to the email, after they put sincerely, which sincerely is my ass, they don't care. It says player services, betonline.ag is offering the best market rates on Bitcoin in the industry. And you see, I circled it and put saved the scam. Bitcoin has saved not just online poker scams, but a lot of scammers. This created a new wave of scamming and dishonest business. The reason these companies want to promote Bitcoin so heavily is because a lot of people, once they've been cheated and they know they're being cheated, there's no way of them getting that money back. When I started playing online poker, which it wasn't even that long ago, and Bitcoin was around, but they wasn't accepting it at that time. So I would use my credit card. I had very high limits on my credit card. I started playing, I believe it was my sophomore year of college. I had one credit card. I had like a Chase. I had a $1,500 credit limit. So I was pretty young and I had great credit. And my other card, I started off at 1,000, then it went from 1,000 to 1,500, then 1,500 to 5,000 within a year, and then within some time of my second year of having that card, it was at $10,000. And so that's what I use. I use my that particular card to deposit funds, because when I started playing poker, I didn't start playing small, because again, I'm going to tell you how I came across poker. I came across poker by mistake. I got poker mixed up with blackjack. And blackjack is basically getting to 21 and not busting, but getting to 21. So that's how I got caught up in poker. And I started playing fixed limit, which is $1, $2. But those games played at a decent size. Like each pot was close to 100. Well, each pot was between like $140, $240 to about $80. And a lot of the larger pots were within, $300 to $400. And that's the 1-2 if you're playing like a full ring 9 table. So I played that for a month and I was like, I'm doing good, so let me just go up. So I jumped all the way past the middle ones and just went to the highest stage. So at that point I'm playing pots around 1,000, close to 1,000. A lot of them were within 700 to 400 dollars. So in the smaller pots, those are running like between 180 to $320. So I use, again, my credit card. So I use my credit card as basically like a loan to myself, because about time my credit card statement was due, I already had paid it off. So I'm not paying any interest, and I actually made money, a return. So that's what I used. And around, I'm gonna be jumping around in these timelines, but I guess around like within my first year of playing on there, like around my second month, I moved to higher stakes, so I'm playing real big. Within my first year, I find out, history on poker, of online poker, and to be specific, and I found out about Black Friday and what went on there. So at that point, I started not keeping a lot of money on the site. I started taking it off the site. So I would not leave a lot of money on there. I would take it off. So as I'm, playing and playing and playing, within my first month as well, I learned something, because when you're first playing, you don't know these terms, you don't know what's going on. But I learned collusion. I learned what that was when it came to terms of poker and how it felt. And it was actually my second month because I started playing bigger stakes. So I had a very hard losing session of over $1,000. You guys may have heard this story in my previous videos, but I lost over $1,000. I didn't know what was going on, but I knew something felt funny, specifically with two players. It wound up being three, but it felt real funny with two players. What was going on? So weeks go by, and I log onto my account. I looked at I had a little bit of money on there. I was like, where does this come from? So I happen to check my emails, and I see Bovada emailed me saying that, hey, you were involved in a ring game, there's colluding. They wound up banning three players, and they're giving me some of my money back, which they gave me pennies on the dollar. I was happy, but then I was mad. I'll tell you why I was happy. I was happy because they seen that I was being cheated, and they tried to patch it. At the time, I thought they were trying to fix it, but no. When you look at it, they tried to patch it because they only gave me pennies on a dollar and not all of my money back, even though they knew I was being cheated. So I felt some type of way, but I continued to play. As time goes on, like another year or so, just more fishy stuff starts to pop up. So at this point, I know what colluding feels like, and I also know what bots feel like because I was also involved in playing two bots, and Bovada tried to correct that. The reason I think they tried to correct it is because I mentioned that it was, it felt like real funny to play. They tell me about bots, and so around the time I found out about bots, what those are, so I was like, okay, damn, well, I experienced that, so I know what that feels like. I experienced Collusion, I know what that feels like. So stuff like that just kept going on, and then, but when I started reporting it to them, they started just sending me back template emails, nothing that was helping, nothing that was solving the issue, nothing that was looking into it. So I was like, you know what, screw this. I don't like this feeling. I don't want to. So I wound up withdrawing all of my tournament wins. I posted on social media about some of those, which you guys can go back and look. But I withdrew all of that, the tournament money, all of the cash game money, all of the money that I deposited. So a few weeks go by, I get my money. So then I go ahead and report the charges to my credit card company. And I wound up getting thousands upon thousands of dollars back, which I was happy for. So at that time, Bovada then I got the attention of Bovada. They wanted to know what was going on. I tell them, I was cheated, and you guys didn't try to fix it. And then that's when they want to try to fix it, and they want to try to give me more credits because there was a period of time with Bovada. Every time that I mentioned, I gave proof, I gave hand history, that I was being cheated, they would usually give me like $100 to $150 credit. And I'm not gonna lie, the first few times that did work. That shut me up. It worked. But it came a time where that's not gonna work because I'm playing these huge pots. And some of the issues that was also starting to occur is I would be in these very huge pots, and all of a sudden I'm getting shut out the software. I'm being timed out. I'm being told that I don't have internet when I do have internet. That's why I state to you guys, if you go back and look at some of my previous videos, why I play on my phone. Because with my phone, the way I used to play on it is I would have my cell service, but also as a backup, I would have my Wi-Fi connected. So if my cell service go down, it automatically stays connected because it switch over to my Wi-Fi, vice versa. So that's why that's why I did that. And that's why you guys hear me say that and talk about that a little bit in one of my previous videos. But yeah, so they would tell me stuff like that, like it was your service. I would tell them, no, it was not, because I have proof. My service was on. My service is working. Nothing was timed out. And it was always against these. At this time, I was calling them, again, suspicious players, because it would happen with these certain players. And so, stuff like that was happening. I just couldn't take it anymore. So yeah, got all my money back. They tried to talk. They want to try to get I got their attention. They want to talk about, oh, let's see what we can do. It's too late. So after I stopped responding to them, they closed my account completely. So I stopped playing poker, online poker. Well, I stopped playing poker in general because I never knew about casinos. I was that naive too. Like, I didn't know about casinos. I didn't want to step into a casino. Um, just didn't care. So I stopped playing poker, and just period. And then come to find out, around a little bit later, Bovada sold, I guess, their poker over to Ignition Casino. So I made an account. I hopped on Ignition Casino. Somehow I used the same information because I didn't know. They shared, like, I didn't know about network sharing. How they work in the same network. So if they ban a player in one place, they'll ban them there. I didn't know all about this. And I used my same information, my same account, and they did not block me. They did not shut off my account or anything. So I played on Ignition Casino for like almost a year and a half. And I started experiencing the same things on Bovada. So right back to that, I had to cancel it out. I got all of my money back. I won one or two tournaments there. I did okay in the cash game, so I got all my money back plus my winnings. Caught their attention then. They want to talk about with the Nixon and Casino, they wasn't as credit friendly as Bovada. They didn't want to offer any credits. They didn't want to offer giving any money back for anything. And so that's another thing I didn't like. So I cut them off too, got all of my money back. So you can see what I'm going here. The moral of the story is my credit card saved me. And these sites don't want us to use that credit card. They want to push Bitcoin because Bitcoin is going to save them. Bitcoin is going to allow the things that I've done to them to not happen with other players. Because using Bitcoin, again, you send that money, that's gone. So the moral of this story is use your credit cards. Don't use Bitcoin. If they can offer you all of these promotions, all of this and all of that, but Bitcoin is not going to save you. It's going to save them. So do it the smart way. I've also I did the same thing with Global Poker, and that site I got a lot more money back than all the other sites. And at that point, I was using my American Express card because I had like my limit there on American Express was close. I think it was close to 40,000 on my American Express, something like that. But I wound up getting a very large amount. All of my money back, but it was a very large amount. But I got it back. So again, credit cards. I can't stress that enough. Credit card. Do not send Bitcoin. No matter, they can offer you all these types of crazy promotions, but just don't do it. My whole thing now is not to deposit any of your money on there. And if you do the very minimum, $10, $20, and you just play with that because that's your safest bet. Because the cheating has gotten worse and hasn't gotten better. When it comes to America's Card Room, they want to make it seem like they're banning bots, and they are, but what they're doing is banning other people's bots and not their bots and in-house players. And even then, they're still not banning everybody else's bots, because as soon as you close one bot, two new bots pop up. So just think about it, you guys. These people wouldn't these people wouldn't make money. It's like a casino, the odds, and they're able to greatly increase their odds because they're unregulated sites. So they got to keep new players coming in so they can scam the new ones and scam the old ones. Because again, they got to keep all of that money in the in-house. Plus, they're not hitting all these guarantees on these tournaments. And for them to keep those numbers down, to keep them making money, is by rigging hands and employing their own in-house bots, super users, things like that to keep the money on the site. So I just want to say that I don't want this to be too long, but hopefully, this will help a lot of people. Keep in mind credit cards. Keep in mind you are going to be scammed. You are going to go against some unfair accounts. You are going to deal with this. So just think about it and be smart about it.